Macroeconomics, a very important topic. What are the measures to stimulate private investment? The steps with which private investment will rise. We shall be discussing them. Changes in investment, they definitely affect the level of employment. If there is more investment, more industries coming up, more employment is generated to the people. So, more investment means more level of employment. If a nation wants to achieve full employment level, there should be efforts to stimulate private investment. More and more people should invest to achieve full employment level. Now today the topic will be limited to the measures so that the private investment rises. The first point mentioned is the reduction in the rate of interest. The classical economists, they believed that investment is interest elastic. Whenever there is a rise in interest, there is fall in investment. If the interest rises, why will people invest? What they will do is they will put their money and savings in the bank. They will earn enough rate of interest and then enjoy their living. If the rate of interest is higher enough, there will be no investment. Earlier, Keynes had suggested that adoption of cheap money policy. This means that monetary authorities, they should purposely lower the rate of interest so that investment rises. Just as I told you, if rate of interest is more, investment is less. So Keynes said that the rate of interest should be low so that investment rises. But in his general theory, Keynes has given less importance to the rate of interest. He stated that investment is income elastic. Investment is dependent on income, it is not dependent on interest. So let's see what he said. Why is investment income elastic? It means investment is more dependent on income. Why? Because the rate of interest, it cannot fall below a particular limit. The rate of interest, if it falls, but there is a limit beyond which it cannot fall because it depends upon the liquidity preference. The liquidity preference curve will become horizontal after a particular limit. Why? Why do people prefer keeping cash with them? Because all of a sudden, if they need something to eat, the essential commodities, they should have cash in hand. Only then they will be able to do only the expenditure. Similarly, if people have immediately to rush to a doctor, if somebody is ill, you need money to pay. That is why people need cash. People want and enjoy to keep cash with them. Then there is speculation motive also. For that reason also, people prefer keeping cash with them. So the rate of interest, it cannot fall beyond a particular limit. It is our first point. Second point is investment is influenced by the marginal efficiency of capital than the rate of interest. It is not influenced by rate of interest, it is influenced by MEC. MEC is the expected rate of return with additional unit of capital. If I invest 1000 rupees more or 10,000 rupees more, how much return will I get per unit of capital? That is called marginal efficiency of capital, expected rate of return. During the period of depression, the rate of interest falls, but there is no investment. So this shows that rate of interest is not the only factor on which the investment is dependent. Rate of interest has not much influence on the volume of investment. Income has more influence on the volume of investment. Second point mentioned is the rate of reduction in the rate of taxes. The taxes should be reduced. If the public is burdened by taxes, there is huge lot of tax you have to pay, what will happen? Investment will fall. No more people will come forward to put up industries because they know that even if they earn the money by putting up industry and generating the employment, they have to pay high dosage of taxes. So more the taxes, less the investment. Increased burden of taxes will definitely adversely affect the marginal efficiency of capital, that is the expected rate of return on every additional unit of capital. Just as I told you in the previous slide, if there are more taxes, the rate of return will fall, marginal efficiency of capital will fall, investment will fall. So there can be a viewpoint that taxes can be reduced to increase the investment, but let us consider the other side of the coin. If the taxes are reduced, the government revenue will also reduce. How will the government earn? Government earns through taxes only. Now, You reduce the taxes, but the government revenue will also fall. If there is no revenue for the government, how will the government incur the expenditure? Because less revenue, therefore less government expenditure. Therefore, effective demand will fall, investment will be hit badly, negative. So, if you are reducing the taxes with the aim to increase the investment, what you have to do is you have to make attempts to increase the government revenue by other means. In no way government revenue should go down. You have to make increase in indirect taxes, taxes on luxury goods, they should be increased so that the government revenue does not fall beyond a certain limit. So reduction of taxes is the second point. Now, in the reduction of taxes, we would like to mention that you should tax those people more who have income, good amount of income, but they spend their income on consumption. They don't invest. Such category of people who have huge amount of income, but they are spending all the income on consumption, they should be taxed more, and they are not investing, they should be taxed more. If this method is followed, investment will definitely rise. Next is the policy of wage cut. Investment can also be increased if you reduce the real wages. Classical economists say that if you reduce the real wages, money wages are reduced, investment will rise. Supposingly you are planning to put up a factory. Now, the major chunk of your expenditure will be the salaries and the wages. If the wages are very high, so much of money will go in wages. Maybe people are deterred from investment. They are not encouraged to invest because there is so many amount of money wages you have to pay. So there is one belief that you reduce the money wages and then therefore investment will definitely increase. Fall in money wage means fall in the cost of production. Therefore the demand will increase and investors will be induced to invest more. Now let's see the other side of the coin. Keynes, he did not approve this theory of classical economists. He said, if the money wages are reduced, this means the income of the laborers are reduced. Effective demand will fall and therefore the level of employment will definitely go down. As per Keynes, in order to reduce real wage, you raise the price level. The price level should be raised, then real wage will fall. Investment can be stimulated by reducing real wage. One is the classical economist theory and one is the Keynesian theory. Next is increase in government expenditure. Beyond doubt, whenever government expenditure will increase, investment will also increase. Three types of government expenditure. Government is supposed to spend on the social security of the people, general welfare of the people, education, public health and medicine. This will give security and encouragement to people to invest. Government should spend on public works, roads, bridges and buildings. And of course, government is supposed to take care of irrigation, power projects and all. All this government expenditure will be open to the public and private investment will rise. Next is the price support policy. This means that for the essential commodities like rice or wheat, these essential goods, they should be bought and sold by the government to strike an equilibrium between the forces of demand and supply. When in the general market, the prices of these goods fall, the government is supposed to buy these commodities and stock them. When the government will start buying in larger quantities, the trending fall in the prices, the falling trend of the price will rise and the prices will be fixed. When the prices of these goods will start rising in the market, the government which has already purchased these essential commodities should start selling in the market. Once the government will start selling these commodities in the market, the rising trend in prices will stop. The government should unload its stock and start selling. So when the prices are falling, government has the authority and the government should check this falling trend by purchasing the articles. And when the prices are rising in the market, the government has the authority and should check this rising trend in the prices by selling the goods in the open market. This way, government brings about the price stability through buying and selling of essential commodities in the open market. Next is abolition of monopolistic tendencies. In order to stimulate the investment, the monopolistic hold of big firms of the production of one commodity, it has to be abolished. If there is only one monopoly, one person only selling, say, toothpaste, then other people will not come because the whole market is dependent on that particular brand and the people just believe that brand. So it is suggested that monopolistic tendency should be abolished. Only then new firms will start the production, and in this way the investment will rise. Next is the promotion of research. Again, the government is supposed to increase the expenditure on research. Such arrangements the government should make which this research is open to all, and the investments will get profit and they will get the advantage of this research, and they will be encouraged to invest more. The research activities should be unbiased, available to all the people, and therefore the investment will definitely be rise. Next is pump priming. What is the meaning of pump priming? When the depression is going on, the private investment is very low. People are not ready to come forward in the market and invest. In order to stimulate this depression, in order to stimulate private investment, increase in public investment is very necessary to restore the faith of the people in the market. So pump priming is the policy to increase public investment on purpose. On purpose, the government should come forward and increase its expenditure in order to stimulate the private investment. This is called pump priming. The government expenditure which is designed to get rid of depression is called pump priming. The expenditure is incurred on the assumption that private investment has gone down for some time due to the recession, and to make it up, and in future we expect that the private investment will rise. That is why the government is incurring the expenditure right now. Pump priming will stimulate the investment in two ways. Firstly, when the government wants to increase public investment, it will borrow the money from banks. This money was lying idle cash with the banks, is now borrowed by the government. Due to this borrowing, the banks will help in credit creation, and this credit creation will increase the investment. Second point is, as a result of increase in public investment, aggregate income increases many times. Why? Because the multiplier comes into function. This will stimulate the private investment. Because of increase in income, there is increase in effective demand. Hence, the policy of pump priming is very successful in stimulating the investment in the depression period. So here we come to the end of the article. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.